And a president can't promote the fact that he's been president. If he does, he's not in the right frame of mind. And so when I thought about those things, I thought about other presidents who had been through the same program that I had, and it was interesting as could be. Some of them, when they became presidents, were rich men. Some of them were just in the same financial situation that I was myself. And those men who had to go ahead and do what was necessary to make a living did not, under any circumstances, use the fact that they had been president to promote their own welfare and benefit. And that's one of the great assets that the country's had. Presidents of the United States are men who understand what it means to be the chief executive of the greatest country in the history of the world, and that's all there is to it.
Could you tell us the story of President Johnson?
President Johnson was vice president in Lincoln's second administration. And when Lincoln was assassinated, Johnson succeeded him in the presidency. And every effort was made to discredit him. They tried everything in the world they could to make him look like he didn't know what it was all about, or that there was anything about it that he could do that would be right. Well, he had been pretty well educated himself. He did educate himself because he didn't have any schooling to speak of. He had a wife who was a very fine person, and she helped to educate him. Well, when he got to the point where they were making him ridiculous, he tried to run for re-election to succeed himself and Lincoln. He didn't have any luck doing that. And so, after the thing was all over, and he'd been abused as much as any other man in the presidency had ever been abused, he went back to his home state, which was Tennessee. He was a Democrat from Tennessee during the time when most of the Southerners were on the southern side. He went back to Tennessee and succeeded, after a great deal of trials and tribulations, to get himself elected senator from Tennessee. Then he went back to the Senate, and he got there just a short time before the Senate adjourned. And he made one of the finest speeches that has ever been made in the Senate of the United States, and he didn't talk about himself. He talked about the situation as that the country was faced with at that time. And after he made that speech, the Senate adjourned, he went home and died in a very short time. He never got to serve any time in the Senate, but just that one time.
Cut.